Well, you have a very interesting story. This is our first time actually sitting down. So, to kind of give a little bit of the backstory.
Well, you know what? Whenever you know, a lot of people get in this seat, and it's a lot of things that don't get said, and they shouldn't get said. A lot of things shouldn't be asked either. You see what I'm saying? And you know, we're gonna get to, you know, where I came from, but I think people really need to know where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Or so like that. So I think that's really what we need to understand. And like I said, you know, a lot of people, they put the Fed tag on you. Not a Fed, just another white man in, you know, this is from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a white man is in the midst of niggas, the white man is the one getting paid as the niggas fight for the pennies that may be left over. And we learned that from history. So I'm not trying to stop no beef, because let's be honest, if all the beef stopped, you wouldn't have a job.
We'll agree to disagree on this.
See what I'm saying? If all the beef stopped and there was no more rappers beefing and all that shit like this, you would have nothing to talk about. You don't want, it does not work for you for young, talented, rich niggas to come together as a whole, because if that was the case, when that Farrakhan shit happened, you would have been out of business right then and there. So it benefits you for us to stay separated and bickering. This is why you will make it seem like you was talking to Duck or talking to this person about leaving their hometown. You didn't really give a fuck. You just wanted to have that moment on camera, no different than Joe Biden saying that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Well, it worked for him.
It just stows me, though, that a lot of times we get so, it's crazy, man. You know, we give every individual white person an opportunity, a chance. Every new white person, new chance, new chance, new chance. But when it comes to us, when Young Thug them go to court, he's seen just like the other niggas that look like him. But when we see you, we don't see Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or fucking the original culture vulture himself. You know what I'm saying? The damn white man who run 300 and shit. We don't see those people. We give every white man a new opportunity. We seen that in the movie NWA. It's always been a white man getting paid as niggas bleed in the street.
And, you know, we could agree to disagree.
Niggas dying, black pain has always funded America, and it's going to continue to do so. So I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we put that out in front first. Like, you ain't no goddamn Fed, man. I don't know why they keep saying that. You just an ordinary, everyday white man. So I want to get that out to the people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stop calling this man a goddamn Fed. This man ain't nothing but your everyday, average white man around some niggas. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I'm looking at this on a business level.
Tell that nigga, yo. Tell that nigga. Man, look, man. About itchy, so. Okay. Man, I came here, man. I really want to show y'all something. I've been telling y'all about something online. It's called Bigo. I think Katrina told me about it, but I'm pretty sure she did. But it's something called Bigo, and it's just like, it's like a clubhouse. It's like clubhouse, like how motherfuckers be arguing. Like, this is for like real severely damaged people. And it's just them arguing. That's all it is. And you have these channels that are making clubhouse channels, just like how they're making Bigo channels. Like how they make clubhouse channels, they're making Bigo channels where it's just drama. And that popped into my mind when I'm shout out to that nigga Morgan. Yeah, we working with him. Shout out Morgan, head coach down. Yeah, we working. I preach. Hold on, let me just do that first. Let me do that first. Shout out to that nigga House of Wolves, man. That nigga said taxes coming through heavy. Dog, shout out to that nigga Big Mix. Big Mix has been holding it down for so long, dog. And there's so many people in the nation that have been holding this shit down. This year has been throw the fuck off. If you've been here, then you know that media calm shit. Dog, that shit was a serious situation. And like I said, once we get into the crosslands, I'm gonna speak more about that. But that nigga Big Mix has really rocked out like heavily. And I just want to say that I appreciate you being home. It's love. I love to hear members of the nation doing shit outside of us coming here and talking and shit like that and actually getting shit accomplished. So shout out to that nigga Big Mix. And if I take this shit here extra serious and a motherfucker wonder why, motherfucker gonna get me goddamn if I seem extra dedicated to what we doing, it's really because of y'all, the people who really hold it down and rock out behind what we be doing. I really be feeling like I can't let y'all down, and that's how I continue to push forward, even through all the bullshit. So, you know, shout out to everybody, but I just wanted to say that to Big Mix. Same thing for Colorado Rick. And I can say the same thing for a lot of people, but I always see Big Mix showing love and rocking out with us. And now we got a lot of people who do the YouTube thing, who do the entertainment shit. But when we got regular everyday people that don't got shit to do with no type of entertainment or nothing like that rock out with us, dog, that shit, that's heavy. That is heavy. So I truly appreciate that. And that's really what I wanted to come here for today anyway, is really to tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all. If you don't know, I be getting my mind be going so many places. If y'all don't know, we hit 1,500 signatures, which means we are at the threshold to where we can holler at the news stations and shit like that and get this shit where it's supposed to be at and let motherfuckers know what we doing over here. And that was what I wanted to get. That was the goal I set out for. Dog, you know this shit is crazy because I damn near got used to doing this work, dog. I got used to doing the research and putting shit together and setting up different, you know, remote sites where we can go out there and protest, you know, so much so that as we are approaching our final goal, which is No Negative News November, it's damn near hard to think about what I was doing before we started this shit. But what is cemented is that what we did, the members of Ayo Nation, viewers of the Big Facts podcast, Stupid Rappers, the Rap Trap, we banded together, we came together, and we stood for something, because we saw that there was a problem, and we didn't just continue to sit back and talk about it. We actually put action down. And I think that is what, you know, these stories, these rap stories and, you know, shit happening in the media, it's always been motherfuckers who write that shit down. I see you. I appreciate that. Don't get me thrown out. I'm gonna give my speech right now, but I see it. I appreciate that, beyond real talk. Hold on. Man, nigga want me to jump up and down in the chair, man. Look, talking about other people's lives and shit like that, that's not real nigga shit to me. You know what I'm saying? That's not real nigga shit. But the fact that we was able to actually come in this motherfucker and say, no, we don't like that. We don't like how that's going down. And fuck that talking shit. We gonna actually put something in motion. People don't do that. And that's something else that I kind of get thrown off on. I be in my mind, tell Katrina this all the time. I be feeling like this some real insanity shit. Like I be feeling like whatever I'm thinking, somebody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? That we all thinking the same shit. And that's not the case. People don't normally do shit like this. I can't tell you how many times that I was told not to push this. I was told not to push this. The no negative news November shit. Why would I do this? Before we did all this, it wasn't no fucking, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, put this in the pot, do this. And it wasn't none of that shit. It wasn't all of the turmoil and shit like that. Everything was moving just fine. But when we sat down and we decided we finna do something about this shit, that's when everything went haywire. But once again, I think that is a very good indicator that we was doing the right thing, because motherfuckers was fighting against it like that. So I when people look back and look at the history of what we did, it's not gonna be no we came together and talked about motherfuckers and all that shit like that. We came together and really put it down to where something that everybody else was going along with like it wasn't no issue. Motherfucker just talking in their videos and all that bullshit. We stood the fuck up and really went against the grain, man. And so I think that's what we need to remember, and they can never erase that. You know what I'm saying? Google no negative news November. So honestly, I appreciate that, man. Real talk. Shout out to that nigga Demetrius Irvin. Demetrius Irvin, dog, I appreciate that's big homie been here since I was in the house. You know what I'm saying? He was here since I was in the house. Shout out to big homie. I tell people, man, if you hit me up in the DM on social media, then there ain't no telling what you might get. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be having my glasses on. I don't be knowing what the fuck be going on and shit like that. But big homie just continuously not bombarding me with story after story and shit like that. Just really speaking to me and truly stay down and continue to rock out. So love to Demetrius, man. I appreciate that love. Man, shout out to that nigga Terrell Bay, man. Shout out that nigga Terrell Bay. We're gonna have a whole sit down walkthrough, nigga. Shout out to that nigga Terrell Bay, another big homie, grown man, and when people like Terrell Bay can look at what you do and say, I'm with that 100%, I really feel like that is the gauge. That's the gauge in where you say, yeah, I'm on the right track. Man's man. A man's man. Shout out that nigga Terrell Bay. Man, like I said, it's some stories, man. It's some stories I got to tell. And like I said, once we get a little bit further down the line, there's some stories. But people like that made sure that this thing kept rolling, man. So shout out to that nigga Terrell Bay. Calvin said tithes. Oh, he paying tithes. He paying tithes. Okay, I appreciate that, Calvin. That's love. That's love right there, Calvin. Man, shout out to that nigga, man. Come on, man. You know I wasn't gonna forget about Big Homie. Come on, man. You know what the hell it is, man. Shout out to that nigga, Edgar Allan Cole. Man, don't get me started about that nigga, man. You know what? We're gonna do this shit right now. Come on, man. Come on, we'll do that shit right now. Now they want to fuck me. Come on, man. What's going? Come on with the bullshit, man. I've been trying to put this damn green hat on for a damn 2 weeks now. I've been trying to put this bitch on. Dog, this nigga. I wasn't gonna come out with this yet. I was gonna wait a little bit of time. I was gonna wait a little bit of time on this because I wanted to give it his own little situation. But congratulations to that nigga, Edgar Allan Cole. He has become a legend in tactical operations, in Big Facts podcast history, in the YouTube class. We've never had anybody reach monetization requirements this fast. Edgar Allan Cole, you know, the way I rock with people and shit like that, once we meet, it's like we've been knowing each other because I'm getting all in your life, and everybody that fuck with me, they'll tell you like I'm real. We gon', you know what I'm saying? It's heavy. I talk to you like I know you, call you at whatever time, and you sleep and shit like that. I act like I don't know, and we talk. This nigga Edgar Allan Cole today, I just got this news today. He has been working, he's been grinding, and there are the numbers. Anybody, if you look back at how long you've been hearing about Edgar Allan Cole, dog, it has not been that long. This nigga is already at the fucking requirements. Shout out to that nigga Edgar Allan Cole, man. And you know, I don't know how far I'm gonna, you know, put this thing on there, pause, but I'm gonna go and say it. That nigga Edgar Allan Cole is going to be the author that is writing with me and him are doing the Rap Trap book together. It was a very serious situation, very serious conversation. But at the end of the day, we came to a decision, came to an agreement. He will be writing a Rap Trap book. When y'all get, it's a lot of people that I deal with that y'all don't know the full story on, and it's a reason why they're around. When y'all get the full story on these people, I think that y'all are really gonna appreciate y'all were here to see them actually come into the game. Edgar Allan Cole, he is the author of Bars. He is the author of The Last Society. To be honest with you, man, I think me and him are going to do not only the Rap Trap, but the Nabs book, the 3 S's book. I think we're gonna do all of them together, man. You know, let me say this. Let me say this right here. When I tell y'all who I am and all that shit like that, I tell y'all who I am. The reason why it bothers me so much when other people, you know, do the bullshit and they are not who they are, The reason why it bothers me so much is because it makes it hard for a motherfucker to believe that a person could actually be who they say they are. I really am who I say I am, for better or for worse. For better or for worse. So because of that, I've grown a hard out layer. You know what I'm saying? I've become kind of, you know, standoffish with people. And even, you know, they say it's a thin line between genius and insanity. So I have a whole lot of ideas. I'm always thinking and shit like that. And I think that what I truly appreciate with anybody that I meet, but in particular, Ed, I don't know how to write no fucking book. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you even start doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm you try to put me in any type of box, I'm gonna try to buck out the box. Man, Edgar took it slow with me, pause, and really, you know, let me understand that, you know, everything that I'm saying ain't the final draft, and we can always fix it. And really having that patience with me, and I really appreciate that. That's real talk. I really do appreciate that, and I think that is exactly what's needed. You know what I'm saying? I understand that I'm kind of out there in a lot of ways, and as we trying to cross different thresholds, you gotta trust other people, and that's hard for me to do because I am who I say I am. But I truly appreciate everybody in the nation who has patience with me. If I seem a little standoffish and shit like that, it's because I really, you know, went through that in real life. So, man, shout out to that nigga Edgar Allan Cole. Always rocking out, man. Always holding it down. And congratulations to him. Make no mistake. Make no fucking mistake. To meet those requirements on YouTube, that's not no play thing. People don't just do that shit. Trust me, people don't just do that. And we're gonna have a proper celebration for him. But dog, I was blowed. You know, and I'm gonna let him tell the full story of his first video that went fucking viral. Like I said, I'm lost for words, but this is, there you have it. There you fucking have it. And that just showed you, dog. One thing I will say about him is one issue that you have with talents. The YouTube class is now $7,000. And it, like I said, it's crazy because he was part of the 24 class of 24, I think. And dog, if you are ready to make something happen in your life and you feel like entertainment is how you're gonna make your fortune and shit like that, you have to be serious and be willing to put everything to the side. And you know, I'm not gonna say no names, but there are people who can tell you, dog, when I start working with you, if you're serious about this, your life is going to change, but it's not going to change for the better at first. It's going to be bad. The people around you are going to push against it because it's actually, they cool with you bullshitting with this entertainment shit. As soon as you start taking it serious, it's going to become a problem because now this is all that you're supposed to be thinking about. I'm going to tell you about, you know, when I'm gonna have to give a whole nother spiel for Naeem Edwards, but when this is really what you want to do, it will be easy for me to tell because it'll be certain shit that I will not have to tell you to do. That nigga Edgar came in the door and he knew what he wanted. And that's, once again, that's why I like working with people. And that was a very important decision I made with the YouTube class not to work with anybody that just wanted to be famous. In order to get into the YouTube class, it's just like it was open door for anybody. You remember the YouTube class started 2018 and it was $250. It's now $7,000, and I don't even know how many people we have over the hill. But once again, fuck the quantity, it's the quality. And once I stopped working with motherfuckers who just want to talk about rappers or just, do the easy internet shit, now I'm working with people that are actually talented in their own field. If you do not have a talent, if your talent is talking about people, I can't do shit with you. I don't want to do nothing with you. You need to be able to do something, and then we can work off of that. But your goal, your skill is not talking about people. You go somewhere else with that. I'm working with talented people, and it will take longer. This is why this is such a fucking big deal right here. If you know who the fuck Edgar Allan Cole, this is a fucking multiple books. Nigga, this is the author of the Black Poe. All 4 of these books are his. This ain't no fucking, what's up, fuck nigga, you get your boy. This ain't one of them niggas. This is a real man. You know what I'm saying? Real black man. Positive, productive black man with the nuts to talk. With the nuts to talk. The video that went viral for him was the Ahmaud Arbery video. What I do is bring out the potential in a talent. If the talent is not there, it'll be I can get your channel monetized, but it's gonna be an empty channel. We can every day of the week we can do this bullshit. I can say something about fucking Hassan Campbell, Whack 100, or fucking Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm building. I'm building people that are gonna be pillars in their lane. Fuck what everybody else is doing. Nigga, you gonna be in your lane, and people, you're gonna have a core fan base. That's what I build. So the big deal about Edgar Allan Cole is the fact that without doing the retarded shit, coming in, and let's be honest. If we're gonna be honest tonight, let's be honest. Nigga, like this YouTube shit, dog, is love. I fuck with this. I like fucking with y'all. It's all good. But Tax Collaborations was, what was that? My article of ordinance, I got that in 2019. 2019. Promotion and marketing is what we do at Tax Cooperation. That's my company. I love to fuck with y'all and all the other stuff we do, but promotion and the author shit, the YouTube class, YouTube advertise, that's cool. But what I do is promote and market talent. That's what I've been doing since I was 25 years old. Officially. So when I started getting paid for it. So for me to be able to extend into this world, to be able to say, I can now guarantee that I can get you numbers online. Outside was what I did, but now it's just heavy, man. It is heavy, and because of that, because that's my business, I will tell a talent, my nigga, I need you to talk about something that's less positive. I'm not jaded. I'm not confused about what I am. I know exactly what I am. I am a felon nigga who's making outlandish claims about being able to promote better than anybody, and I'm the nigga who called out the whole industry and all this other shit like this about being able to promote better than anybody without the name of their company. I know that I gotta be performance based. I have to be results based. So when somebody comes in the door and they have they want to talk positive and stuff like that. Dog, I have to be like, damn, that's that shit. That's why I'm such a big fan of Nikki D. Such a big fan of D Rose. Such a big fan of Katrina's. To continue to do the positive shit when you know that's not what people are gonna fuck with. But because I need results, I'll say, hey, look, you need to show the people that you not just, and it's fucked up, dog, because what happens is if you doing positive shit, immediately people will throw you into the lane of the scamming positive people. Umar Johnson did this, Jay Morrison did this, Brother Polite did this. They'll immediately try to throw you in as a scammer and shit like that. And that, to be honest, we speaking tonight, that whole positive community just got a bad it just got a bad taste on it because everybody come up saying the same shit and then it just come out that they not as good as you thought they were. So I'd say, hey, let's come in from, hey, you're a regular everyday nigga and you just have some positive connotations on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want any of my talents to get thrown into that black positive lane. Because I don't want anybody I work with, I don't want to throw them into a situation that already has a cap on it. You know what I'm saying? What I do does not have a cap on it. This is why it was so important when I first started to immediately make different channels and have different things that I did. You have to separate from everybody around. You cannot put me in a box with any of these people. Anybody on YouTube or even in the world that you would compare me with, you won't be able to do it because we don't do the same thing. I guarantee you my shit will, and fuck what numbers they get on YouTube. We talking about real life. The YouTube numbers will go up and down, round and round, side to side. What we're talking about is where it counts. And where it counts is, the first place it counts is fuck what numbers you did. Who did you bring into the game? Not who came in because of you. You feel like they was inspired by you. I'm talking about who did you work with hand in hand and bring up? Show me that person. If you can't show that person, then you can't be that great. You are just a fucking clown. I can take any person right now and get them 1 million views. We'll just go out in the street and say fucking gangbang prank gone wrong. And everybody will watch that shit. Well, I'm not with that shit. If a motherfucker could copy what you do to where people don't have to watch your shit, there is no talent there. You don't come to Big Facts Podcast because you want to find out what happened in the news. You coming over here because you want to see how we gonna rock out with it. And that's what I build with people. It's not about who does the video first. I give a fuck about breaking no news. I told Mace that when Mace tried to bring me that story, when celebrities try to bring me stories to break them, oh man, I appreciate that. That's love right there. But I don't break no stories. I'm not no newscaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, let somebody else break it and I'll just speak on it. All of that bullshit has a cap on it because anybody can do that. But can't nobody do Ayo better than Ayo. You just can't do it. So that's what I build with people. And just going back to it, man. I'm gonna say this. I had Quasimodo. Quasimodo hit me up the other night and he asked me whether or not I was really celibate. He asked me like if I'm serious about not fucking, not nothing and all that shit like that. And it was a crazy question to me because the answer was so simple. And he like, yeah, of course I don't have sex. But he said to me, you know that's not normal, right? And I had to think about it. It's like, You know what? I should know that. I should know that it is not normal for a nigga like me to not fuck for over half a decade. But I would also think that it would be obvious that where you see I've placed the 3 S's, those voids in my life have been replaced with this thing right here. There's no way that you can do the shit that I do while doing regular nigga shit. A regular nigga, of course, a regular nigga would have sex, you know what I'm saying? But a regular nigga wouldn't have hoes on him as much as I always have. I've been that nigga for a long time. I've been that nigga for a long time. So I can play out a situation faster than most niggas could. I see the bitch, wherever I see it, I see her, I can look in her eyes, I can tell I'm a fucker. She gonna be like, it's all good. She gonna get clingy. She gonna crawl through the window. She gonna bust. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? After I fuck, I'm not gonna have no use for her. I can already see it. What else I can see is when I stopped popping those pills, I was able to see that I'm about to be 30 years old and I don't have nothing. Fuck what I did. Fuck who I was. What the fuck I'm gonna show motherfuckers, man, look at these hoes I used to have. What the fuck? That's never been no. If a nigga is telling you what he did in high school and the nigga is not on, like if I don't have nothing going right now, I don't feel good about showing pictures of me rocking out. I don't feel comfortable with that. You gotta be rocking right then. And then you can go back. But if you fucked up and you working at a fucking, you know, whatever, yeah, you know I used to have them hoes. No, my nigga. I'm too competitive for that. Like, I didn't say a word until I was #1 in the county. Until I was #1 in the biggest county in the state of Alabama, there was no talking. It was straight head down work. When I became #1 in the state, you know, I still wasn't happy. You know, but that's my drive. It is so heavily ingrained in me that I do feel like other niggas should be easy for them, but it's not. When I start working with a talent, this thing is hard, man. It's hard. It is hard. I am dedicated to achieving. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the reason why I find these internet niggas so weird is because I've never in my, you know, real life, you know what I'm saying, never been in a situation where a bitch actually, and I don't even know if I should say that. I was gonna say a bitch actually mattered. But bitches have always been there. It's always been bitches. So when we have these niggas that are dating internet generated fucking cartoon characters and shit like that, shit is weird to me. When we have niggas who won't show their face, have niggas who, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know, that shit is weird to me. If you're older than 25 and all that shit like that. These niggas hating women. Once again, I go back. When I first came in, I was heavy nab shit. Katrina had to pull me to the side, tell me about internet niggas. I didn't believe her. And then I saw how them niggas was getting aggressive. And I'm like, oh my God, these niggas exist. me and what's her name looked up me and Quasi looked up the rate of how many black men have children in the United States. I think it's like 20%. Only 20% of black men have children. A lot of these niggas is weird, man, and I don't have that situation. So when I see a bitch, I'm not at that point to where I'm around just active bitches who all are ambitious and have something to lose. I'm not around that shit every day. So when I see a bitch, I've already seen how this story play out. I know how this shit play out. No, we got to do something different. So I'll just wait until I get up there, then I'll rock out. You know, and plus the fact I got a lot of shit with me that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of this weight loss. Y'all can see this shirt getting real big on me. I'm starting to be able to wear that 2X proudly. Y'all gonna see that goddamn stomach start. I was goddamn poked out like that. I'm starting to get flat. I'm working, my nigga. I got this shit going on. This shit is a fucking emotional roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of shit going. So I'm not. I understand what a relationship is, and I'm not in a position to take a relationship serious. I can't take on another person's problems at this point. I have too much shit going on. Not to mention trying to build a relationship with my children. So I don't have time for it. So me foregoing fucking bitches doesn't seem like that big of a deal. If at any point I went outside and I did not feel like bitches wanted to fuck me, then it would probably become a problem. But when I go out, you know what I'm saying? I stopped nab hunting because I didn't want to, build bitches' heads up and use bitches and shit like that. I was doing it to show that this is what it really looked like. All them niggas talking about alpha male and beta male, and that's bullshit. Them niggas would never go outside like this. Never. But as I was saying, shout out to that nigga Edgar Allan Cole. Once again, he just made history. He has just made history. He is the fastest member of the nation, the fastest person to graduate from the YouTube class. This has never happened before. Never. So shout out to him. It's heavy. It is so heavy. And this is, once again, motherfucker asked about not having to fuck bitches. Like, regular people don't do shit like this. They don't have these type of proud moments. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that nigga Edgar, and I appreciate that love, big home. Real time, I really do appreciate you. And like I said, we're gonna have that rap trap book to y'all very, very soon. We're gonna make sure it's right, but we're gonna have it to you soon. If you want to know about, how long it's been, holler at him and he'll give you an update on that. So shout out to that nigga Edgar Allan Cole, man. That's love. Some of y'all niggas retarded. Man, shout out to that nigga goddamn Joshua Powell, man. Shout out to that nigga Joshua Powell. I see you, goddamn it. That nigga Joshua Powell, I be seeing you on Facebook too. That's another hard worker. That's another hard worker, man. Shout out to that nigga Joshua Powell, always coming through, showing love, always supporting. Don't be blocking up the inbox and all that shit like that. I appreciate it. He come through on the Cash App and show love. And once again, that is how this shit keeps going. You know what I'm saying? We can't get on the road without that. So, big home, I appreciate that shit. Naeem Edwards. Shout out Naeem Edwards. Naeem Edwards said no negative November. You know what it is. Naeem Edwards is I don't want to get too heavy in that, because you know how sometimes if you ever been in the street, then like you will have a heavy plug on some shit, but you don't want to tell nobody about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you will really have a real plug to where you can get ounces of gas for $80. I'm talking about zips of real gas for $80. A nigga don't say shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel about Naeem. Like, y'all, like I said, y'all are it's motherfuckers be talking about that shit like actually wanting to. They want to be there in the beginning of a motherfucker career and shit like that. Right now, you can go to Naeem Edwards. You can go to, and I talk like this because I can clearly, and if you go over there, you can clearly see what she has. It was like I said, same thing with Katrina, same thing with D-Rose. Everybody that I've worked with, you can see what they have. You know what I'm saying? And it's on you to be able to say, no, there is value here, regardless of the numbers. Where you get fucked up at is you wait for the numbers to get there, and then you want to say, oh, no, I've been here from the beginning. No, being here from the beginning means that you've been here rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Actually rocking. You have with her knowledge that she has and the connections that she has, which is another thing you gotta respect. Same thing that go for D-Rose. When motherfuckers have shit that they can say, connections that they can say and make you look at them on a different level, and they just give you them and that's it, dog, it's to be respected. And that's another reason why I be so confident in the people I work with. It's like, oh no, ooh, you out of here. You out of here. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of change here and there, you out of here. When you go to Naeem Edwards' channel, you hear the thing that she's like, the knowledge that she had. Now she got a like a little Meg Thee Stallion dropped a new album. Of course, I didn't listen to it, but that is the difference. She actually listened to it and giving you a real review on it from a real, because we don't usually have people that's inside the industry that actually are real people. Got one right there. You go look. If you want to know how to find out whether somebody gonna pop or not, whether they have real potential, look at whether or not they're look at their appearance as far as their set and shit like that. Then you listen, is this interesting? And then you look at how consistent they are. If they have those things, you might want to hop on that train and show love in the beginning, because that's going to be the person who can show you love, or the person who shits on you because you didn't show love. Understand, anybody can come in the door when it's a million people. Everybody love you then. The people that you truly rock with and fuck with heavily are people that were there when it wasn't a million people. A lot of y'all wait until it's hundreds of people in the door to show your love, and that's because you want to be seen. You're not no real person. If you was a real motherfucker, you would be going and showing those people who are on the come up. That's who you would show the most love to. But most of y'all will go to the motherfucker with the most people and want a dick ride. When in reality, you're not helping that person up there, but you can help this person right here and gain a real ally at the same time. But because you so much of a dick rider, you can't even think like that. You have the opportunity right now to go in Naeem Edwards' comment section and she actually replies to you. Mark my words. That one, same, like I said, dog, same thing with Edgar Allan Cole. Dog, it is not normal. No, I'm not saying nobody's name right now. As we're talking, one of the talents just texted me and said that they not gonna be able to rock out tonight. They were supposed to drop a video tonight. They said they're not gonna be able to do it because they don't feel like the video was good enough. That's a problem. Like once you work with me, you got to throw that out the window. I will tell you. And that's where a lot of talents mess up. They feel like they are, for some reason, they feel like they can gauge what's good and what isn't. It's like, that's why you're where you are, is because you've been gauging it on your own by your own perception. Your perception is wrong. You have to be able to say, dog, that's the person. Because if, and this is the fucked up part, you will have a famous person that don't know shit about promotion and marketing, but they'll tell you something, you'll just go with it. They don't know shit about it, but because they're famous, you'll go with that. You lost in the sauce. And there's a lot of young people like that. There's a lot of old people like that that will buy into famous people. Famous people don't know what the fuck it takes to get through this industry. If they famous, most of the time they came in the industry when it wasn't about all these computers. For instance, let's say Boosie. Boosie don't know what the fuck needs to be done to promote no artist from the bottom up. Using connections is not promotion and marketing. If the only way that you can get an artist from zero to the public was through industry connections, there is no independent lane. You know what I'm saying? If all you have is connections, you don't know what the fuck promotion and marketing is. This is why I made that challenge to the industry 2019. Because all they do is, hey, this is Earl from Universal Records, and they can get whatever they want instead of actually having to work from the dirt up, strictly through the people. That's what promotion and marketing is. You promote and market to the fans, not to the owner of the venue and shit like that. And that's why artists fall off as bad as they do, because they didn't have to go through the people, which is the long way. But someone who went through the people, they can live off of 1,000 fans. Whereas someone who went through connections and never touched the people, they just famous. Nobody knows why they like them. It's just because they famous. That's why they fall off so hard. There are a lot of talents out there that are using their own eyes. And like I said, when I meet a person, it's their first time working with somebody of this magnitude. They've never worked with somebody like this. The only time that you'll work with somebody like me is if you get a record deal. And then a lot of times you won't get that. Naeem will tell you, there are so many people signed to these labels. They don't got no representation. Them folks ain't doing shit for them in them buildings. All they can say is they signed to Sony, but I guarantee you the motherfucker don't have what Brim D got. Nigga, I do this shit for real. I do this shit for real. So, yeah, excuse me, but that's how passionate I am about this shit. And you know what's fucked up is that, dog, you'll have a talent, a lot of potential in all these things, talented artists, but it's like their mind just isn't, it's not with the time. Just like, dog, you have to understand, you do not know what the fuck you're doing. The reason why I wanted to conquer this marketing and promotion lane is because I can scream and nobody gonna step up. There is no room on the planet that I cannot walk into if we talk about promotion and marketing. No room. Because I came from outside passing out flyers. Once I learned the internet shit, it was over with. And when I say internet, I mean YouTube, period. Because that is the only thing. Every label, they don't give a fuck about the TikTok and the bullshit, all that. If that's all you got, you're going to have to upload a video to YouTube so they can actually see what's going on with you. And you're not going to want to do it because you know your fan base will not follow you. Let alone go to your Patreon, send your donations, really fuck with what you got going on. And that's what they're looking for. There is no room that I cannot go in if we talk about promotion and marketing and be in the top range. And a motherfucker gonna have to show me that they know more than I do without any connections. Connections is not promotion and marketing. Promotion and marketing is tactics. You need to have a tactic. What is your tactic to get here? Not, I'm gonna call this person, because you can't call anybody. Gotti, Boosie, Gucci, no, they can't call nobody and make people watch a YouTube video and like it. You can, that it's impossible. It's impossible to do. Just because you on a song don't mean shit. I showed y'all years ago, nigga paid Boosie for a feature and had him in the video, and that bitch ain't getting number 72 views on it. This ain't that game where you can pay your way into this shit. You have to earn this shit, but it's through hard measures. It's through hard measures, hard work. It's not going to be easy, and there's going to be a lot of things that come up. As any talent that I've worked with, and they will tell you, man, I started working with that nigga, man, it seemed like everything started going wrong. I've had people who've had deaths in the family, and I'm not even going to speak about the rest of the things that have happened. You're going to have to make a distinct decision. Do you want to be in this business or not? Once you've walked with me for a while, then you will clearly understand the 3 S's. There is no way that you can do this. No way that you can do this playing any type of games. And you have to be willing to lose, at least for a little while. I've told artists to tell their children they're going to be gone for a couple of months. It's what it is. If you're past 30, we don't have any time for no playing. We don't have no time for no date night. If you not going to date night for a whole year, it's going to kill your relationship, and you can't end the relationship, then you're going to have to go on ride. Because one thing is for sure, you are not, dog. The reason why tactical operations had to be made, and this is my life decision, my business choice, is because there will never be a time where people do not want to be famous. People will always want to be famous. And no, even if they don't want to be famous, every business needs promotion. Every one of them. So a lot of artists are believing that. A lot of artists are thinking that them not doing the work that I tell them to do does something to me. It's like, dog, I can't really remember a time where I've only worked with one artist. I've always had multiple artists under me. And it's always been artists on the outside asking to get in, asking for help. And I'm really talking to rappers right now. Rappers, like, dog, nobody is waiting on y'all. Nobody is waiting on y'all. Nobody. And if you are 30 plus, you have to know what you up against. When I get an artist that's 30 plus, I try to talk him out of even doing music anymore. Don't waste your money on this YouTube class. Like, you probably not gonna be able to do this. They have to convince me that, nah, I'm ready to, nah. I'm not here to fuck nobody's life up. I just told a talent the other night, hey, we either gonna be consistent or I'm not gonna work with you anymore. Because I'm not here to take your money. I work with you because I see potential in you. I feel like you can take over a genre. But I'm not here to fuck your life up. And where you say you didn't wasted this much time, you either gonna do this full speed or I'm not gonna be in it no more. I'm not here to fuck nobody's shit up. But like I said, a lot of artists, talk back to rappers now, they'll go through these situations where they don't know how to, And you know what else? They don't know who, a lot of times they don't know who they talking to. Like, if you a rapper who is not used to social media and the internet and shit like that, you don't even know who I am. When I say know who I am, like, you don't even know what I've accomplished. If you don't know that, then you can't respect my words the way you should. And that is your first mistake, not knowing. Like, this is the industry that you're trying to make life-changing money in, and you haven't done your research. You could have the plug right in front of you, and because you just in your own world feeling like you just the trap of the damn century, you can't even get the plug that you supposed to get. I go through that so much with talents, like not wanting to put out something I told them to put out because it doesn't look right to them. You can ask any of the talents that I've worked with. They'll say, I didn't want to. He told me, I told everybody to do the same shit. Shoot a video and upload it to YouTube and put it on public. Nobody wanted to do that. Nobody likes to do that. That's why I do it. I know you don't want to do that. I know there's no way that you're gonna like it. Not only that, you know that them numbers you're gonna get is gonna be bullshit. But that's what you need to know, that number. And you need to know that what you think about YouTube is not the truth. YouTube ain't this place to where you put something out and everybody gonna see it. Dog, the first video you put out, the only people that's gonna see it for real is me and you, and then them other people that's from where you from that don't fuck with you no way. The only reason the people that's from where you from is watching your shit is to make sure that you're not going nowhere. This is why this video. This is why you've been doing this shit for so long. People from your city have came up to you and tell you keep going, but you look at your YouTube and them numbers is non-existent. Everybody in here, if you watching this video, you have somebody who's trying to get in this entertainment shit and their YouTube is bullshit. YouTube is the NBA. This is why motherfuckers stay the fuck away from it. They'll make a million excuses. If you've been in the same spot, you not making no money, you've been in the same, I'm talking about money from YouTube, and you've been in the same spot for a year, then you need to be hollering at somebody who know what they doing. You not making no progress. Nobody is coming out of their office to say, man, you so talented, I'm finna come, man, I want to give you. It's not going to work like that. In the back of your mind, you hoping it happen like that. And if it does happen like that, you just going to fall the fuck off. They're going to use you for whatever they want to use you for. Naeem Edwards doing a video right now on a whole group of motherfuckers like the nigga FN Mecca. They got a whole group of fucking AI robots that's rapping and singing and shit. These people is not investing in no fucking rappers and no real people no more. They investing in robots and children. You don't meet, if you older than 21, it's over for you. And that's the best thing for you. Because once you get into that label shit, you don't know what you're doing. They do everything for you. And that's why motherfuckers fall off so bad when they get dropped. When they can't wring no more talent, no more money out of you, they throw you away and you won't sell nowhere. And you don't know how to sell. And then your ego be so big that when a motherfucker try to tell you something, you don't know how to discern who is who. Because you don't know. It's the equivalent of like you never was in the trap selling dope. You was just a motherfucker that was, taking it from here to there. You don't know nothing about this shit. You don't know what it's like to be out on the corner, how to break down and sell dope. So you don't know what the undercovers look like because you ain't used to being outside. That's what it's like with this shit right here. You don't know what the nigga who know what he talking about. You don't know what the fuck he sound like. You think all you got to do is put out content and you gonna pop off. You think a YouTube algorithm is you doing a certain type of fucking video. I don't do that. Like over this bitch, it's result based. It's result based. So, you know, like I said, it's sad. It is very sad. It's very sad. And you know, another thing that's sad is that the amount of people who think that they know what the fuck they doing. Like, dog, you lost in this shit. You don't know what the fuck is going on. The only spot in this game that cannot be replaced is the marketing and promotion man. That's the only part. Any other part of this shit can be replaced. It's on you to make yourself into a core figure to where there's nobody who can take your spot. Joe Rogan, Ayo Consaco. You know what I'm saying? My team of people. Everybody had their own personality. As long as you out this bitch doing what everybody else is doing, punch in when you rapping, drill rapping, all this other shit, you can be replaced. This is why we have the FN Mecca situation. Your problem is you think that you're supposed to go to DistroKid because that's who everybody else goes to. You think you're supposed to do a fucking Facebook campaign because that's what everybody else does. You think you're supposed to buy views because that's what everybody else does. Not understanding that is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Promotion does not cost $80, $50, $20. Promotion is extremely expensive. You are the type of person who would go out there and buy a whole bunch of fake dope and get a whole bunch of it because it's cheaper. And you will smoke every piece of soap and sheetrock that you didn't got. At least you got a whole bunch of it. It didn't do what it was supposed to do, but at least you got a whole bunch of it. So, you know, I take this serious. This is my life. This is what I dedicated my life to. Which is why the No Negative News November campaign is such a big deal. Why it's so serious, because the reason why I won't fuck a bitch is because I know I'm not ready for a relationship, or even start a relationship, because I know I'm not in a spot to where I could be stable in it. I will, you know, I might fuck with it this day and the next day I don't fuck with it. Until I fix that in myself, then I don't need to bring that into no one else's life. That's me being mature enough to know I'm not mature enough to, you know, fuck with a relationship. I understand a relationship is a two-person thing, or, you know, how many other people, polygamous, however you want to do it. But I don't feel today how I felt yesterday or the day before, and it's not going to be the same tomorrow. And that's not how you build nothing. You know what I'm saying? So with all these things I got going on, always thinking of ideas, always, the reason why I work so hard is because I always feel like I'm not working hard enough. Always feel like I'm not working hard enough. And if you look around and look at the achievement, that's why it's like that. Because I remember one time some rapper had shouted me out. Some big celebrity shouted me out, and Katrina told me to celebrate myself because it was obvious that I was already off that, and it had just happened. Like, it happened, bam. But you know, you should take those moments in, like, yeah. But I don't do that. I'm ambitious because as soon as I achieve something, it's on. I live for that. So it, you know, I can accomplish a whole lot of shit, but it's not a lot of celebration and you know what I'm saying? It's work, 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 work. And I don't know if that is a healthy way to live and shit like that. So I don't want to pass that on to somebody. What I do want to pass is a work ethic. That I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow and or the next day or the next, but I know I'm gonna work. That's understood. It is just as well as I'm gonna breathe and eat. I'm gonna shoot a video. There's gonna be somewhere where a video is going up. I'm working with a talent, but I don't really consider that's the work that you can't see. I really don't consider that work. Work that I consider work is work that you can see. So as you go down the list of my shit, you can all, whether it's on a Patreon, a Rap Trap, Stupid Rap, wherever it's at, you always see work. That's what work is, something that people can, the shit you do behind the scene, that's you supposed to do that. That's breathing. You know what I'm saying? Work is what people can see. So that's what that is. I keep getting thrown off. Man, shout out to that nigga goddamn JR Benjamin. JR said, keep working, big dog. You know what it is, my nigga. That nigga JR been here for a while too, man. I see you too. Who else? No, you know what? Let me get back over there. I'm getting taken out. Oh, that okay. I see who that. I got you. Okay, I got you. Shout out to that nigga Brian Tisdale, nigga. That nigga Brian Tisdale said, what up, my nigga? I know I haven't been on the lives. I work 6 days a week, but I see the work you putting in from one real nigga to another one. Hey, Brian, that's another nigga you can't fuck with. That nigga Brian Tisdale been here for a long time, my nigga. Dog, niggas been fucking around so long as a team that, dog, it damn near make us feel like we kin to each other. Like, for how long we've been fucking around. And this ain't just seeing no nigga in no comments. This is seeing a nigga in the Cash App, in the PayPal, nigga being there and shit like that. That shit is heavy. Dog, shout out to that nigga Dr. D Johnson. Niggas wonder why I don't allow no bad talk about that nigga D Johnson. That nigga D Johnson been here for, and I'm talking about been rocking out for a while. You don't just come on this shit right here. You gotta actually show it the real way and pause. But that nigga Dr. D has been rocking out. And as I say, I don't need no street niggas around me. I'm interested. That's why I'm so fascinated by Naeem Edwards, and D Rose and these, you know, I'm retarded. You know, shout out to that nigga Brad Mays, Mellow Jones. He was the first black author that I had met. And before that, like when that nigga sent me that book, I'm like, what the fuck? This is an actual book. A nigga wrote this. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is interesting. I didn't already did all the street shit. I'm interested in, you know, D Rose actually doing the outreach and the 501c3 and Edgar Allan Cole, author, you know, big time black businessman, Dr. D, a doctor, Katrina Gibbs, attractive black woman that actually, you know what I'm saying, she talk like we talk. And Naeem Edwards, that's just, I'm just Naeem. She hit me with the, like, all the shit I've been wanting to know about the industry. She's right there. Theo, that nigga Theo got a whole. If you ain't seen it, Young Grump, you know, it's just it's shit like that, man. I don't need a whole bunch of Brim D's around me. Like I already did that. Like show me something different. That nigga Tay Lit, that nigga's a real artist and shit like that. I don't need no gangsters. That don't impress me. I already, you probably not gonna be what you supposed to be no way. People who have not committed crimes, stayed out of, that's not been their life. and they know about something different, I will just listen to them talk forever. I'll ask that nigga E.T., Eric the Longshoreman. I'm just asking questions because that shit fascinates me. You know what I'm saying? So, but love to the family. Shout out to that nigga Ronald Smith. Ronald Smith said real talk. Ronald Smith, he been here for a while. Ken Chesser. We live. I don't think love been home. Love. I don't think I've seen that before. But yeah, so you know, it's heavy, man. And like I said, I appreciate all the love and support that we've been getting, that we've been receiving. And us actually reaching 1,500 signatures, it signifies the fact that what we do, it echoes throughout the soul of people, and they might not, we might not get the credit for what we doing right now until we dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that we stood our ground when everybody said what we doing don't make no sense and all that bullshit, we stood our ground and pushed forward. Nobody agrees with no negative news November, dog. We stood on that shit. Anybody who's ever ran any type of fucking petition can tell you how hard it is to get people to sign this motherfucker. Dog, I appreciate, man, listen to me. I don't even want to start that speech, because that should be 3 hours. How in the fuck? Dog, me and Katrina was saying this last night. I ain't get to text you back either, Katrina. Dog, how in the fuck is it already an hour? That is crazy. That shit don't even be feeling like no hour. That is crazy. But, dog, love. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much to everybody who's continued to make what we do, the productive, positive shit, the realistic, logical shit, for making that shit a reality. I'm one person, and there's 1,500 signatures on that motherfucker. To the core team, thank y'all so much for, you know, putting up with my insanity. To the people who got kicked out of the core group, I hope it ain't no hard feelings. That was a crazy, crazy time. Tomorrow I will be making calls to the news station. Shout out to everybody who sent me their news station information. And we're gonna keep pushing it, man. But I had to share this moment with y'all. Thank you for turning a dream, a thought, into a real reality. I'm one person. The core team ain't that many people. You know what I'm saying? So for you to actually, dog, shout out to that nigga Colorado Rick. I can't believe I almost goddamn that nigga Colorado Rick. Dog, but you know, I really want to give everybody their praise in November, but Colorado Rick, man, another one who that like I said, when niggas push this shit and they going through shit in real life, there's no way that I can stop pushing, or that I can't, like, I can look at it with any other eye than straight admiration. Like I said with Theo, I just respect it so much more when a nigga got to get it from a mud than a nigga that was actually just handed that shit. When it come from the mud, I respect it so much more, because that's how I had to get it. So thank y'all so much. We rocking out. I don't know how this shit moves so fast, but it moved like that. So love. I'll see y'all in a minute. Let's go to work.
Die once, live twice. Yeah. Hadn't lost all of my love and my sanity. Vanity told me I'm too hard to handle. Dismantle when the opposition quit playing me. brothers hella lame, how they get their name? Israelites lacking integrity. Politics made it to Israel, but it's not spiritual. Why can't I let them get next to me? Chef in the kitchen, he cooking, he cooking, he cooking. These niggas trying to steal a recipe. Look at my weaponry, that is my specialty. Lion, a Zion, a Judah, full pedigree. Repping my legacy. If I got a body rappers, then Mac, he gon' be the accessory. Judah the gang, and I'm repping it heavily. Vocals the same, but I got a new melody. I'm from the bottom of Rebel to Greffel Street. Haters, they hate me, they really be repping me. Yeah, they really be repping me. I went to war for some brothers who never had love and they heart or respect for me. Gates told me go where they celebrate it, they don't just tolerate your gifts. Christ told me shake the dust off your feet and take your peace with you when you dip. Made it out of a city where plenty crashed. We never had nothing, we needed cash. Feds gave us Aguilera, we didn't know better. We turned it to Lenny Crab. Should've got yards running from my past, but the Lord made a way when he threw the flag. Beat the case, but I blew the bag. Did it bare face, we don't do the mask. Now Protestant, Jesuit, Lutheran, now we don't do the mass. I just be watching they movement and how they maneuvering, slithering through the grass. Who gon' pity for the snake charm? Put them in the bag, shake the snake on them. It's never about who your haters, it's always about how much money you making on them. Put your riches in the most high, that's the best flip for the best price. Cash in with your house shy, I'ma die once, I'ma live twice. Bars mean, but my flow nice. Rep 12, not the pole lights. Chef, he the light of the world, I'm trying to keep all of my babies from pole light.
You died once, but you lived twice. Please don't get left, you'll have no rights. Me and Chef steam like bowl rice. This be getting 8 like 4 twice. I European, get your soul right. They don't hear me though, like no mic. How they supposed to know, like no advice? Children of the light, like no night.
Got me feeling like Ricky Bobby up in Talladega. I'm on the road, feel like I'm on fire. Holding it down till I see the Messiah. Dripping in gold, you see the attire. Dripping in gold, you see the attire. I say it twice for those I inspire. Make it a third for all of the liars.
Please do not treat this like entertainment, man, I pray you don't. This a cry for your soul. Renew your thinking and rearrange it, man, I pray you do. Cause the kingdoms are gone. They're really tricking for little payments, making money moves, but you losing your soul. How y'all be thinking, be aggravating? I'm not smelling that like I'm losing my nose. We gotta represent, children is watching. We see with the ruach, the spirit is watching. Me and Chef at the back, we did the way that we flipping this heat, man, it feel like hibachi. Killing these demons with pain is my doctrine. I'm bobbing and weaving, it feel like I'm boxing. I want the kingdom of heaven, the mysteries that are spoken of in 2nd Colossians.
Yeah.